Okay, so this is the kwikr, actually the shop kwikr admin set of pages, and I'm going to go through them and just show you what we've got, and ask you for feedback. So there's a simple login, and I want to point out that the login, each login has a list of roles that it's entitled to use. Not everybody can manage users, not everybody can manage merchants, and so forth. So it's a role-based menu that you see here. I'm logged in as admin. So for someone say like Ken, who's going to be just importing and exporting coupons, he'll get access to these two items, and so it just gives a really good way to granularly grant access for different people for whatever they happen to need. Okay, so let me go to manage users, and I have users. These are fake. Well, this is me here, but really there's not much for users. Just what are their current roles. What's their login, and you probably want to leave their login alone. You can also go ahead and update change their password too. So that there's not much to maintaining passwords, users. However, you can actually go ahead and create a new user and then just type in the information here and here and here and so forth. And to add roles for that particular user, you just click here and they go there. So that's how you actually create users, say maybe Sam Champ or something, and with their login information here. And so that's how so it's really easy to add new users. And you add and edit, so you can change your passwords. You can go ahead. Now, I guess the thing I need to point out is that if you are logged in and you don't have administrative rights, you won't get the users or the roles boxes over here. You won't get these. All you'll get is this. So basically, the only thing you can really do is change your password if you don't have administrative rights. So anybody can log into this as long as they have a login and change their password. Okay, manage merchants. This is where we can add merchants, and it's actually got quite a bit of information here. I'm going to go ahead and click on Ace Hardware Cloverdale. That's all we've got. So this is all the information I've added in. This is not editable. That's just whenever I happen to create a record. Flat rate is, you can actually edit this. Flat rate is whatever they're going to charge for flat rate delivery. And here again, you need to give me suggestions and let me know what has to change here. There's an active checkbox. You can actually deactivate this particular merchant. If you don't want to delete their record, you can just deactivate them, and then they'll no longer be used in queries or anything like that. So anyway, now if you happen to be a merchant and you don't have administrative rights, you will still be able to log into this, but you won't get this list of merchants. It'll just be you, whoever you are. You'll get that person or that merchant, and then you can edit your own information. So the basic strategy in all these pages is, okay, you can edit a user as long as that's your user, or you can edit any user as long as you're administrator. You can edit your merchant information, or if you're administrator, you can edit all merchant information. So that's the strategy in all these. Okay, manage coupons. Now this is where we really need a pretty good discussion. So Ace Hardware, basically what you do, you search for, say, Krylon. Search, and now you get all the Krylon things, and so this is just the search matches. That's 251, which is actually quite a bit. So you add these. Oops. Okay, I'll fix that. But anyway, what happens is you add them to this down here, and once you add those, you can decide if it's a percentage or an explicit. Percentage means I want a 10% discount. Actually, it needs to be 0.1 since that's a. Or if it's explicit, you can say I want $1 off or whatever, and then hit go, and it adds that coupon to the menu. So that's how the coupons works, and I really need some input as far as how you want that to work. Import coupons. This is basically you pick this, and all I do here, you go ahead and select a CSV file that say Ken would send me, and it's just got a list of barcodes from Ace Hardware Cloverdale that are in this Shopify database. Ken and I need to do this real time. We've been exchanging emails, and it just doesn't seem to work. Back to menu, export coupons. Basically what I do now, Ace Cloverdale, I say export, and down here you can't see it, but there's it exports the coupons as a download. I'll go ahead and open that up right now, and really all it does is give you a list of the barcodes, the coupon type, and the coupon value. And I sent that to Ken, and I don't think we're definitely not communicating on the same wavelength. So we really need to hit this pretty hard, because the feature is done, but we're not on the same wavelength. So we're going to have to. I would suggest that the four of us get on a conference call or something really soon, and just try to work out all the details. Because what Ken sent me was this, and this has I'm not sure, you can't really even see it. It's got a ton of fields that I have no idea what they are. I'm not going to be able to produce this because this is a Shopify export. So somehow we're going to have to come up with a way that our coupon export will go into Shopify, and that particular Excel spreadsheet that he sent me is basically does me zero good, because it's got a whole ton of fields that I have no idea what to do with. Update about image. So there's an about image. The main screen of the app is an about image that pulls up, and it just pulls that image from the server. And basically, anytime you want to update that for any store or any merchant, I guess I should say, you just edit it and upload it. It works. So anyway, that's basically what I have for the administrative stuff. It's all working right now. I think that the major thing right now is that Ken and I need to be just somehow get in sync on what we're doing there. So this is the kwikr app, the Shop kwikr app, the Android app. And I'm showing you this because I didn't get the exact last build that Dan sent me, but this is the one before, and this I think probably looks pretty good. Dan recently sent me stuff that actually is a little bit simplified. The one thing I'm concerned about is I had to do a capture. What I really need to do is I need to get each one of these individual buttons as a separate resource, as a separate PNG file. Otherwise, I'm very concerned that the quality of this thing is going to suffer. I mean, I can do it if this looks okay to you, then that's fine. But that's not normally the way it's done. Normally, what you do is you get for each one of these buttons, you have a separate PNG file. And I get that as a separate resource, and I import that into the Android app. What I had to do is I had to take the thing that was online and capture it and then copy those or cut those out. I mean, I'm okay with that, but I think we might get a slightly better quality if I got the PNGs. Now I'm not doing the rest of the app yet. I'm not changing the user interface until we make sure that we're all totally good and on the same page with this.